welcome back to my channel. So today I have a makeup tutorial for you on this look that I'm wearing right here, and I filmed my entire makeup look. I usually just kind of do the eyes and save time and skip the foundation, but a lot of you guys have been wanting to see foundation, concealer, and everything, so I did that for you guys. I hope that you enjoy it. This is kind of my interpretation of a summer date night look. You could totally wear this whenever you want, but I feel like it's just an easy date night look that's a little bit more dramatic than the typical daytime look. And even though I say like summer daytime, I feel like in general it's kind of a cooler look, so you could even wear it during the fall or like summer transitioning into fall if you change up your makeup seasonally. So this is a collab with my friend Kayla here on YouTube. I will link her channel in the description box below, but she also created a summer date night makeup tutorial. But if you guys are not already subscribed to her channel, head over and subscribe. I absolutely love watching her on YouTube, and she just makes so many great videos. She's absolutely stunning and she is so good at makeup, so I know you will love her tutorials. But she also does other videos like lifestyle favorites, beauty favorites, and make sure to follow her on Instagram and Snapchat. I always watch her Snapchat story and she's just so fun to watch. She is absolutely beautiful, she's so kind, and we've been friends for a while, so I would love for you guys to head over and support her channel. You will not regret it. And Kayla, I am so excited to see your video. Thank you so much for collaborating with me, and I can't wait to see what you created. Okay guys, so I think that's it. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you want to see, and without further ado, let's jump into it. So I started by priming my eyes with an eyeshadow primer, and then I am just going in with this pink shade from the LORAC Pro palette because I'm trying to use up this palette, and I actually feel like this makes a really beautiful transition color, so I'm just going to apply that all over the eye. And then I'm just going to go in with this brown shade from the palette, and I've been using this in a lot of my videos, but since I'm trying so hard to use up this palette, this has definitely been my go-to brown. That being said, do you guys have any recommendations for like a good warm medium brown? I used to use Sable from the LORAC Pro palette, but I used mine all up, so I would love for you guys to leave any suggestions for like your favorite brown for the crease in the comments below so I can check it out. So I just switched brushes about halfway through to add a little bit more shadow into the crease because I did want it to be pretty dramatic since it is a summery date night look. And then I just went back in with my transition brush. This is a Sedona Lace brush. I'll list all of them in the description box below, and just blended it out really well. I feel like I could have done a little bit more blending after I was looking back through the clips, but that's okay. You guys know how it is. You gotta get it done. So then I'm going in with ColourPop's Nillionaire, and so many of you guys told me to try this shadow, and it is my absolute favorite. It's a really beautiful, just like gold glittery shadow, and I think that it is so fun and pretty for a date night look, for like a party look, whatever you're in the mood to wear it for. I think it's so gorgeous, and they definitely apply best with a finger. Then I'm just going in with the darkest brown shade from the palette, and I'm packing it onto my outer corner. You can totally just use like a crease brush and just blend it, but I feel like this is the quickest way to get the most amount of pigment. So I pack it on, and then I just go in with the crease brush and blend it out until it's blended really nicely. But if you have smaller eyes, I would probably skip this step. If you have larger eyes and you just want them to look a little bit smaller, this is a great option because it kind of closes them in a little bit. So then I'm just cleaning up the fallout. Make sure to do this gently. I definitely tugged a little bit too hard. And then I'm just going in with a black shadow and lining my upper lash line. I always do this before I apply eyeliner because it just gives me a really easy guide to follow. Then I'm going in with my favorite eyeliner of the moment. This one is from Physicians Formula, and do you guys see how easily that eyeliner is going on? This is so pigmented. I've had mine for a few months, and it does not seem to be running out. I love it so much. So I winged it out, and can I tell you guys, this is actually how I apply my eyeliner every single day. I try to stay in the frame when I film like a tutorial, but I get so close to the mirror because it's just so much easier. And then I just go in with my e.l.f. makeup remover pen and kind of clean up the wing because I'm not great at doing a wing, so this is definitely like an essential tool. If you struggle with doing winged liner, you need the e.l.f. makeup remover pen in your life because it just corrects any mistakes that you make. So moving on to the face, I used this Murad primer that I got in a Sephora box the other day, and I really like it because it does have an SPF of 30 in it, so it's great if you're going to be out in the sun, especially if your foundation doesn't have an SPF in it. And then I'm just going in with this BECCA Cosmetics concealer and an Urban Decay brush and covering up any blemishes or redness. My skin definitely has like an uneven tone to it, and I get a lot of freckles in the summertime, so I like to just kind of even it out. And then I take a damp sponge, and this one is actually just like the Sephora brand, and I just kind of press that concealer into my face so it blends really nicely under the foundation. So I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, and I'm just going to apply this on my face and stipple it on with an e.l.f. brush. I've been using my e.l.f. brushes so much lately. They're a great option. They're only a few dollars, and they do a great job at blending out your foundation, your powder, whatever you're putting it on your face. So So I like to put the foundation on the back of my hand, mix it, and then kind of spread it on my face and stipple it in. I feel like that helps to use a lot less product than if you were to just put it on the brush and put it on your face. So that's just what I like to do. So I'm just stippling this on until I get a really full coverage look. I like this foundation. It definitely stays matte, and it's super matte once you first apply it, but it does get a little bit oily throughout the day. I have a whole review, so I will list it in the description box below or put it in an info card if you guys want to check it out. I've been using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I really like it. I would say it's probably like a medium coverage concealer. Definitely not full coverage, but I like it because it does not feel cakey or heavy under the eyes. It has coconut water in it, so it does have a slight coconut scent. So I usually just apply quite a bit because it blends out pretty easily, and then I take a damp sponge and I just blend it out. I like it because it's really hydrating, so if you have dry skin, this is definitely going to be a great option for you. I have oily skin, but I feel like since I kind of use the baking method, it stays in place really nicely, and it just doesn't feel very heavy on the skin, and I really like it. It is pricey, but I do like it, especially for everyday use. Then I'm just taking my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm just going to bake that concealer and just really lock it into place. I especially have to do that with this concealer because it will wear off throughout the day, so I do this anyway, and I feel like it just kind of locks everything into place, and I like how it looks. So I just leave that powder on there, and then I'm just going in with my Laura Geller powder and just setting the rest of my foundation. I'm going to talk about this one in a favorites video. I really like this powder. I think it's a great option for oily skin. The only problem is that there's kind of like a darker color mixed into it, but I think it can work. I'll talk about it in a favorites video and let you guys know what I think. Then I'm going in with my Physicians Formula bronzer and just kind of bronzing, kind of contouring. I feel like I need a different one because this one looks a little bit orange on me. I was a little bit more tan at the beginning of the summer and it was looking a little better, but I feel like now it just looks a little bit orange. So if you guys have a recommendation, let me know in the comments below, specifically from the drugstore. I did recently just get a new Physicians Formula bronzer, the Butter Bronzer, which I'm going to be trying out. But anyways, I just kind of bronze up my skin and then blend it out. And now I'm just going to fill in my brows. I will link my eyebrow routine in the description box below, or again in a card if you guys want to check it out, but it's so simple. I literally just put brown eyeshadow on top of my brows, and then I take concealer and just kind of carve them out and make sure that everything looks how I want it to. And then I just placed this brown shadow on my lower lash line and blended it. I didn't want it to be too heavy because I wasn't going for anything too crazy on the lower lash line. And then I just kind of brushed away any excess powder and applied mascara. I'm using the Milani Runway mascara, but I don't know if this was discontinued. I feel like when I went to search for it online the other day, it was discontinued, but I could be wrong. But I've definitely been loving this one a lot lately. And again, sorry I'm not completely in the frame. I have to get so close to the mirror when I apply my makeup. Then I'm just putting a little bit of foundation on top of this freckle because I like to cover that on my nose, and I'm just going to let it dry. And then I'm applying my e.l.f. Baked Blush, and I love this color. I love the baked blushes. They are one of my favorites for sure. You guys, I absolutely love these ColourPop liners, and this one, I think it's in the shade Dirty Talk. It's a really beautiful light gold, is my favorite. It just opens up your eyes, and I think it looks so beautiful even with a somewhat smoky eye. Then I'm just taking the highlight shade from the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette and placing that in my inner corner because it's my favorite. And then I have these lashes from Beauty Convict. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll make sure I list them in the description box below. And I feel like these just really make the look. I have super short eyelashes, so as you guys can see, there is a huge difference when I wear these, and I just love lashes. If they weren't such a pain to apply, I would totally wear them like every single day. I'm just covering up that foundation with a little powder. So I'm going in with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Contempo. It's just a really beautiful pink. I love these lip liners. They're so creamy and pigmented, and you could totally wear this one on its own for sure because it's just a beautiful color. But I just wanted to line my lips and completely fill them in before I applied my ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip. I love the Ultra Satin Lips. They're so beautiful. So I'm using the shade Dopey today, and it's just one of my favorites. I think it's really pretty for summer, for fall, for winter. It's always sold out. So if you can get your hands on it, I definitely recommend it because it's beautiful. And that's it. That's the final look. I hope that you guys liked this look. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and if you recreate it, definitely be sure to tag me.